and welcome to my channel where I dive into the world of narcissistic mothers and the effects this has had on their adult children. And in this video I want to talk to you about why it's important to understand that you have a narcissistic mother or a mother with narcissistic traits, because this is how you can protect yourself and speak and know your truth and protect yourself against narcissistic further abuse. My name is Åse Wegereff and I'm a registered counsellor, and I have a private practice where I help people in this situation. And I'm trying to reach out through YouTube to help more people, and I'd love it if this resonates with you and helps you. Please consider subscribing and or liking or commenting on my video. I'd be delighted if you do. So why is it important to recognize your mom's narcissism? I would say that when you grow up with a mother who's narcissistic, you do get a lot of deep wounds. You do have a lot of painful experiences. You do, and you are often left alone to deal with them. No one helps you, no one comes to your aid, no one protects you, no one is there for you emotionally. So, and you're also around someone who's good at manipulating, who's self-interested only, has very low empathy, and is very entitled, and is just occupied with herself basically. So this can really create a lot of confusion, overwhelm, and a lot of difficult and painful feelings that you're left on your own to deal with. And you can end up having a lot of ways in which you try to self-protect and manage the situation emotionally. And often this is forces that are in your psyche which you're not even aware of is going on. But at the end of the day, you can end up having effects on your self-worth, your relationship to self, your relationship to other people can be negatively affected. So it's really important to understand what's going on here. I know that there is a quote on that by Asajali. Whatever you are unaware of will control you, and what you are aware of, you can have control over. Which is true. It's what I see the whole time in counseling, that people are actually trapped in situations that they don't have awareness around. And as soon as they gain perspective and awareness around it, then it becomes possible to make different choices and to untangle from different patterns that we have and relationships that we are in. So to come to terms with the reality of this is exactly what you need to do, because otherwise you will be in the dark. And it is hard to face the fact that your mother is a narcissist or has a lot of narcissistic traits. But it's still better to face it head on than to pretend that it's not real, fantasize how you would like her to be, minimize what you see which isn't right, and not believe it, and so on, denying the reality, because those are all mechanisms that we self-protect by, but it's not the reality. It's much better to face reality so that she doesn't have a room to manipulate you. So you might have found yourself very gaslit and very told that your experience isn't right, and it's what your mother says that goes, which is totally against what you're perceiving, and your perception is the real deal. So, but others who have bought into the family trance will very often support her despite that it's a lie. So what happens then is that you might have started to really doubt yourself. You might have question, you can't trust yourself anymore. You start to distrust yourself and maybe also other people. because your mother is lying to you and manipulating you and gaslighting you. And when you don't have a trust in yourself today, that makes your life really difficult, because the actually only place you can get the real answer to what you need to do in your life is from inside your own heart. The heart knows what you need to be authentic, what's real, what's the truth, and how to bring you happiness and joy and meaning. So it is important to understand that your mother has these aspects to her, that this is who she is, that she has a lot of narcissism in her, or that she is a narcissist, because the truth sets you free. You understand that despite everything you have questioned about yourself and your reality, and you can then put it onto her. It is actually she who is the problem, not you. So you can start to see it, recognize it, and even start to predict ahead, how she will react. You can set boundaries and protect yourself. But most important is that you can find yourself and heal the connection to yourself. So it's no wonder that it does take a lot of time for a lot of people to understand what is truly going on, to find their own truth, to find, to become aware that your mother is narcissistic. It takes a whole process to get there, often with finding one's own truth, seeing one's own childhood experiences for what they are. But when you finally do begin to put the pieces together, you will find some peace in finding and resolution in the fact that you're finally understanding what is truly going on. And it's also so that you can protect yourself and not let her use you in her games anymore. So I hope that this has been of help to you, and I'd love it if you would like or subscribe if this has really resonated with you, and I hope to see you again. So take care and have a nice day.